Hey there, how's it going everybody? So check this out. I just got back from my local coffee shop and I was able to pick up 35 pounds of spent grounds in one swoop. So spent coffee grounds are an excellent resource. They're available in abundance, they're free. So I just wanted to quickly share with you some of the benefits spent grounds have in the gardening landscape and also share with you some tips on the best way to get the largest amount of grounds on a consistent basis. So first off, there is somewhat of a misconception as to coffee grounds being acidic. There's been several studies, and you can find this out on the internet, that when analyzed, spent grounds are generally neutral on the pH scale. Occasionally they'll be slightly acidic, and occasionally they'll be slightly alkaline. So besides being neutral on the pH scale, they release nitrogen into the soil. They also contain generous amounts of phosphorus, potassium, copper, magnesium, which all prove very valuable when growing out your crops. Now, other than the nutritional benefits that it provides the soil, it may also help with disease suppression of some common fungal rots and wilts. It's been said that it helps repel ants, slugs, and snails, and it also just improves your overall soil tilth, or the physical condition of your soil. So it's been recommended that when mixing a compost together with coffee grinds that you don't overdo it, and instead use up to 20% in total volume in spent grounds. In mulch, it's safe to use about a ½ inch for every 4 inches of mulching material like wood chips. Some other great benefits that spent coffee grounds provide are that worms enjoy the coffee grounds. Now, everyone knows worms are good for the garden. They help to aerate the soil. They leave behind their castings, which helps to fertilize your plants. So having coffee grounds either in the soil or in the worm bin is a good idea. Again, in a worm bin situation, you don't want to overdo it. So you just want to mix it in with some of the other material that you're putting into their bin. And the grittiness in the coffee grounds helps the worms' gizzards with digestion, which is a great side benefit for them. Now, something that many people might not be familiar with is black soldier fly larva farming. I myself have experience with that, and I look forward to sharing more on that with you in the near future. But black soldier fly larvae compost down just about anything, including meat and animal waste and all sorts of products, so it can be really great for a small farm or a homestead or even a backyard gardener. But the black soldier flies will lay larvae in the bin that you create, and you can harvest those larvae, which are very high in protein, and feed them to your chickens. Chickens absolutely love them. I've even seen examples where people feed these to other animals. So how do you get spent coffee grounds, and how do you get them in large quantities, and how do you get them consistently? I have plenty of experience with this, so I just want to share with you some of my tips. So obviously, if you're making coffee at home, you're going to want to save the grounds, and that's one source. But if you usually go buy it outside, or if you need more than what you can produce at home, then you're going to want to head down to your local coffee shop or your bagel house, and while you're there, you want to kindly ask if they have any spent grounds that you can take away for them. Now, when doing this, I also recommend beforehand making some sort of purchase, however small, and throwing a tip in the jar. Also, try not to ask during their rush hours when they're very busy. So being courteous and being a customer is going to help you to get those grounds and get them on a consistent basis. Now, if you want larger amounts, you can go from shop to shop. So literally, you can spend a couple hours if you need to, driving around to the different shops, and again, make a small purchase at each one. If it ends up costing you $10 or $12, but you end up with 150 pounds of spent coffee grounds, I would say that that was a great investment. That's my tips on getting the grounds, and I hope if you're not already, that you save those grounds at home from your morning cup of joe, and also help to save those grounds from hitting the landfill from your local coffee shops and your bagel shops. So that's it for now, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, I hope this video finds you and finds you well, out in the world and out in your garden, planting more abundance in your life. Take care, everybody. I'll be talking to you again soon.